Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. The night we have been anticipating for months is finally upon us. The first 2020 presidential debate between incumbent Donald Trump and Democratic opponent Joe Biden. There is no question that tonight will be the most highly watched political debate in American history. But what impact, if any, will it have on the state of the race? Polling data has indicated that there are far less undecided voters throughout the course of this cycle than in 2016, and it is estimated that over 1 million votes have already been cast nationwide. So in this area of divisiveness, it isn't surprising whatsoever. Most voters already know everything they need to know about President Donald Trump, and at this point, those voters are either firmly in his camp or firmly out of it. However, what this debate will offer is a first look at how Joe Biden stacks up to him. We have seen Joe Biden take on Sarah Palin and Paul Ryan one-on-one in vice presidential debates, as well as Bernie Sanders in the final Democratic debate earlier this year, all of which he performed extremely well in. But that being said, the Joe Biden we saw in the Democratic debates with 9 other candidates on stage was entirely different. He almost looked intimidated and was stumbling to get his pitch across.
African-American woman that ever been elected to the United States Senate. A whole range of people.
No,
my point is...
that's not true. The other one is here.
So which of those versions will we see of him tonight? I would argue that it would be somewhere in between. He's certainly stronger in one-on-one debates, but he's not anywhere near as mentally sharp as he was in 2008 and in 2012.
Our allies are less willing to
With all due respect, that's a bunch of malarkey.
And why is that so?
Because not a single thing he said is accurate. First of all,
Be specific.
I will be very specific.
So we do know that there are 2 versions of Joe Biden, but there are also 2 versions that we have seen of Donald Trump. The first of which being the Republican primary debates in 2016, where he absolutely obliterated the field with his dominating antics. Somehow and some way, no matter how much better the other candidates debated on specific policy, all of the attention was centered around Trump after each debate. It was his political incorrectness and unrelenting disdain for the establishment that resonated so hard with a fed-up Republican base.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't.
And it carried him to the general election against Hillary Clinton, where we happen to see a very different version of Trump and the second version of him that we're going to go over in today's video. His uncharacteristic style, which may have worked up against at least 5 other candidates on stage who are all simultaneously desperate for the attention he was receiving, but when the attention was going to be split evenly no matter what happened, it blew up in his face.
To be president of this country, you need tremendous stamina.
Well, as soon as he travels to 112 countries and negotiates a peace deal, a ceasefire, a release of dissidents, an opening of new opportunities in nations around the world, or even spends 11 hours testifying in front of a congressional committee, he can talk to me about stamina.
The world, let me tell you.
One-on-one against Hillary Clinton, he came across as unprepared, brash, and disrespectful towards presidential debate norms. Not a single poll, pundit, or expert thought he won a single one of those debates, because the simple fact is that these 3 debates focus a lot more on the intricacies of specific policy, and Clinton just straight up had years of experience on him. So in a way, you could say that Biden and Trump are complete opposites when it comes to debating, which in a way makes some sense given the lives they have lived thus far. Joe Biden with 40+ years in public service, and Donald Trump as a businessman and TV personality up until about 4 years ago. Now, if they were on stage with, say, 5 other candidates, Trump may actually have the advantage. But in this context, in this setting, Biden's years of experience in service, and specifically this format of debate, give him a significant advantage on paper. Even Donald Trump admitted it himself in a rally a few days ago.
No, but don't underestimate him. Look, he's been doing this for 47 years. And I got a debate coming up with this guy. No, it's not. You never know. You never know. They give him a big fat shot in the ass and he comes out. And for 2 hours, he's better than ever before. You know. The problem is, what happens after that? Nah, we're going to ask for a drug test. We are. I'd like to have a drug test. Both of us. I'll take it. He'll take it.
But on paper, advantages don't always translate into reality. Nor did Hillary Clinton's dismantling of Trump's character and intelligence ultimately help her with post-debate polls or the final results on Election Day, as we all know. But that is mostly for a number of different reasons outside of the debate itself. Nevertheless, Biden, like Hillary, will enter the debates as the clear frontrunner. His sole focus in this debate should be, and probably will be, on making the least amount of mistakes possible. And Trump's focus, accordingly, should not only be on defending his presidential record, but also on attempting to make Biden slip up. Both candidates are preparing for the debate in ways that mirror these goals. While Joe Biden is rehearsing different attacks Trump may throw his way, Trump is studying note cards, detailing proper responses to questions about what seems like an endless number of controversies surrounding his presidency that could possibly be brought up by Joe Biden or moderator Chris Wallace.
Pre-existing conditions will always be taken care of by me and Republicans, 100%.
But you've been in office 3.5 years. You don't have a plan.
Well, we haven't had... excuse me. You heard me yesterday. We're signing a health care...
Granted, the president will certainly be more prepared and experienced than he was in 2016, now having lived in the White House for the past 4 years. But saying all of that, there is really no telling what is going to happen or who will come out victorious because there are so many factors at play. However, what I do believe is this: Biden certainly has a lot more to lose than Trump does, and that should be kept in mind when analyzing the possible effects of what happens when the cameras go dark. A strong showing from President Trump would outweigh a strong showing from Joe Biden, and a poor showing from Biden paired with a strong showing from Trump could cause the national and battleground polls to tighten even further than they already have. But the point is this: these debates are one of, if not the only chance Donald Trump has of getting another 4 years in office. So that does it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to like the video down below, as well as subscribe to the channel so you will never miss any of my content before the election. Also, check out more content on your screen here. Thanks so much for watching and tune in next time. EP out.